try to be optimistic. Name one thing that you're hopeful for in the future, near future.
Oh, I'm excited for more IPOs. Like, I think that when we have markets are booming and when we're winning financially, everything is easier. And so we'll get more, like everything, there's a trickle effect when the economy does better, when the markets do better. I'm hoping for, it's been, especially in venture and I still have a really large stake in Stack, so I'm like really hoping for a really nice strategic that's about to happen, hopefully. But I do think that when the markets are performing, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of these large tech players that haven't gone public because of the market. I want to see some market activity, and I do know when there is, even if it doesn't have to do with your field, what's really interesting about the market, even if it's in tech, even if it's in health tech, even in whatever industries, when the market performs, it affects all of us, down to vendor level, all of the things. It just does better, so that's what I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Hopeful. Cate?
All in.
So I guess two things. One, a really weird thing happened in this administration, which is good for founders, actually. This administration is largely VC-led, you guys. So whether you like the political bias of either side, the VCs are in charge, which is wild. We've actually never before had that in this country. So that is actually pretty good for people who need money in our founding companies. Second, the biggest burden to any individual business is regulation. And so there are 22,000 regulations in the state of Texas on small businesses, 22,000. If we can decrease the amount of regulation, Lord knows fintech needs this, then we can actually grow. It's incredibly difficult to grow in an environment where you have increasing regulatory burden, which is what's happened in the last cycle. So I think for a second, we got to put aside, do we like how people talk? And we have to ask ourselves, is this going to be good for my bank account? And I actually am extremely optimistic that if we ignore this and we watch the regulatory changes, this is a huge time to win.
I know it's hard to watch. And Nate, let me just add, I just think, listen, we're moving forward, right? All we can do is put one step in front of the other and move forward, regardless of the noise. It's always going to be hard to build a business. But here's the thing, you don't have to focus on building a $1 billion business. You can focus on building a $1 million business, a $10 million, $50 million business, a $200 million. I am watching women doing this every day, and they may not be on the covers of the magazines or getting the unicorn status. Who effing cares? If they are building great businesses for themselves, for their employees, for their communities, that is what matters.
You're here. Well, ladies, thank you so